Okay folks, today I'm going to show you around this vintage O Drive Overdrive unit. This is a real deal O Drive from the late 60s or early 70s, and these were used in a lot of applications. Most famously they were used behind high performance applications such as Baldwin Motion, supercars, Shelbys, and a number of others. And what this would do is, if you had a real numerically high gear ratio in your vehicle, like 456-to-1 or something, it's a little much to drive on the highway. And what this would do is it'll reduce it down. I believe 456 it changed to 342 or something like that. A much more manageable gear ratio for traveling at speeds. And then you could get to the racetrack and with a swing of a lever have your deep gears back. Anyway, I'm going to show you how this thing works today. What we're going to do is I have a couple markers here, and we're just going to mark a spot on each side if the marker will work. Alright, well, we're going to see what we can do here. So let's say this here is lining up with that here, and then this here is lining up with right here, if you follow me. And right now we're in 1-to-1, which is all the way in. So no matter how many times we spin this, when we line these marks up again, which there's that one, and then there's that one, so hopefully you can see that there. But no matter how many times we spin it, the front and back will still line up because they're turning at a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, this is our shifter here. I've noticed that this thing it's pretty hard to shift, but that could be because there's nothing really to pull on right now. But I'm going to shift it hopefully in the neutral if I can find it. So, oh, that's overdrive. I'll show you neutral at the end, I guess. So now we're in overdrive, which is all the way out. So right now we're lined up here. So let me see if I can make that a little bit darker, but it's going to become pretty obvious, especially when I do it further out. So if I spin this one full rotation and line this up again, this no longer lines up. And the more I do it, the more obvious it'll become. So now we're there, and this is the other side. This is the non-mark side, so we're 50% off right now. And then I do it another rotation, we're lined up here, and here we're on the totally different spline. So again, one full rotation, totally different. So that is what allows your RPMs to be different with the same gear ratio in the back. Anyway, really cool. I'll show you neutral as well if I can get it to shift back in the neutral here. Like I said, this thing probably just needs some use to be able to move. I'm not sure if it's even worth it to get it to go into neutral, but neutral does work. When it's in neutral, you can spin each of these independently of each other. And another thing I wanted to show you in this video was the internals. So I'm kind of running low on time here, but we're going to zip this puppy out. There's simply 5 bolts that hold the back unit to the front unit. This also allows you to clock it the way you want it to face. So if you want the shifter there, but the mount on the other side facing down over here, you can totally do that. So bear with me here. I'm going to set you down again. Here's our unit on end. This will make it a little easier to get the bolts out. So I'm just going to get these 5 bolts out here. I'm doing it as we speak. Okay, so our 5 bolts are loose. I'm going to pull them out of their holes here, and we'll show you the inside. And by showing you the inside, I'm just going to be able to show you that there's no chipped teeth or nastiness inside. So this guy just pops out. It's going to make a bit of a mess, but we can deal with that. Okay, so now we've got it apart here. This is the inside of the O Drive unit. So hopefully you can see somewhat inside. See that it's not all full of grime and nasty. You can see the aluminum side. All these gears look good, and then here's the main gear on the inside, and you can see that that guy looks really nice too. Let me get it to a point where I can spin it and show you that it spins smoothly. So now it spins really good. No binding or grinding or weirdness. And then I'll try to go slow so you can see all the helical gears here. But really nice shape. And internally as well, I can't really show you these gears so well, but I'll try to get a good picture of them. You can see when the thing, and I'll show you how smoothly this moves too. Nice and smooth, and you can see the gears move along with it. Very cool. Anyhow, it looks to be in really good shape, guys. As with any old gearbox like this, I recommend rebuilding it before putting it in the car. There's, you know, seals on each end, and I'm sure there's some sort of bearing and stuff inside that would like to be replaced.